Well, again, my name is Jim Murphy. I'm with FalconStor in St. Louis, and again, I want to thank you for investing your time to come out with us today. We greatly appreciate you being as generous with your time as you are, and especially showing your interest in FalconStor. My cohort over here, Andrew Lieberman, is my SE. Andrew is based out of St. Louis with me as well. The gent to his left is Sean Geraci. Sean is with FalconStor. Sean's our channel manager out of Chicago. So a couple of things just from a housekeeping standpoint. I wanted to talk a little bit just to the document, a little 4 or 5 page PowerPoint deck that's in front of you. This is a 30,000-foot view of all of FalconStor's product offerings. The following pages just list a few bullet items on the highlights, some unique features in the highlights that are available in each of those products. Today's session is going to be talking about the top 2 products, network storage server and our continuous data protection offering. So just so you're aware from a positioning standpoint. And then the other thing that I wanted to cover, and I've only got five slides. So I know a lot of you might be familiar with FalconStor from a product standpoint because of the great work that the folks from TGS have done. But what I wanted to do is just introduce you to FalconStor as a corporation from a high-level standpoint. FalconStor was founded, we're a publicly traded company, founded in 2000. We've been a premier provider of continuous data protection software for literally, this is our third decade. The previous founders, or the current founders, I should say, of FalconStor started a software company called Cheyenne Software. And one of the backup software products that they developed 20 years ago was called ArcServe. Any of you familiar with ArcServe? And usually most heads bob up and down. And what happened is they ended up selling ArcServe to CA for a paltry $1.6 billion in cash. So, you know, some of the founders cashed out and retired and are living the good life, I'm sure. Others decided to continue on, and they ended up founding FalconStor Software. So we have a very long history in this particular market in providing backup software, continuous data protection services, and disaster recovery services. So we're in 23 different countries around the world. We're partners with some of the major players like EMC, Hitachi, Fujitsu, HP, etc. And FalconStor as a company, back in 2008, we're on the Forbes list of fastest growing companies. We're a premier provider of totally open data protection. And we emphasize totally because one of the unique value props that FalconStor brings to the table is we play with everybody. Doesn't matter what your server standard is, doesn't matter what your storage standard is. We're compatible, we're hardware agnostic is what it boils down to. When we originally went to market, our virtual tape library software is how we cut our teeth. And a number of years ago, in fact, when FalconStor was founded, we were an OEM supplier. We were a software supplier to OEMs like SUN, IBM, HP, EMC, etc. And they resold our virtual tape library software, but they resold it under the SUN brand or the IBM brand or the EMC brand, etc. So there are thousands of customers out there that are using our software that simply don't know that they're using our software. Well, our business model has evolved over the years to the point where now we're selling all of our products through our channel partners, but branded as FalconStor. And at this point in time, we're probably running about 10 to 12% of our annual revenues are still being generated by the OEM suppliers just because of the contracts that have been put in place. As I mentioned, we're hardware independent. We're an enterprise class. We can scale to an enterprise class of data protection services for very large corporations. Our sweet spot, for the most part, is really in the SMB marketplace. But people ask us all the time, Jim, Andrew, does your product scale, et cetera, et cetera. And because we're located, our corporate offices are located on Long Island, we have a very strong presence in the financial district in Manhattan. And literally, our largest customer, we have up to 22 petabytes of data that we are protecting and providing disaster recovery services for one of the largest financial services company literally in Manhattan. So I tell people all the time, I hope that you challenge, I hope you're one of those customers that can grow and get to that kind of size, because we'd certainly like the opportunity. But I tell people all the time, the chances of you outgrowing our capabilities are really probably slim to none at all. We are present in a wide variety of industries and markets, so we don't specialize in any one particular industry. So the product, again, very scalable across all industries, and the data protection services and the disaster recovery services that we provide are proven. They're rock solid, and the nice part about it, as you'll discover from the presentation that Andrew's going to talk about, is there are some really very unique value props that FalconStor brings to the table because of some patented software that are only available through FalconStor. So unless anybody has any specific questions about us as a corporation, then I'll go ahead and turn it over to Andrew.